Good afternoon, everybody. February 19th, 12:35 in the afternoon. Got the day off today, President's Day. Off to see my grief therapist. I have an appointment. I haven't seen her in a while, which is near our home. But before she was my grief therapist, she was my wife and I's marriage counselor. Because prior to me retiring, as I said before, that phrase, drink like a sailor, cuss like a sailor, I was living that life. So upon retirement, we moved to where the city we're living in now. My wife, was still going through some things because it was some years. There were some times when it was very, very bad, and we didn't think our marriage was gonna make it. Well, we moved here. My wife got a job. Then I started working, and we were trying to, work things out. Things were good. But my wife went and found this marriage counselor. And she was seeing this young lady for going on 6 months before she told me. And I always wondered, when sometimes she'd come home from work, she'd be upset and kind of pissed off and not want to be bothered or touched. And I wondered what it was. Maybe something was at work, or maybe I did something. Or maybe she was remembering something I did in the past that brought up bad memories. And of course, one day she came to me and said, Jason, I've been going to see this marriage counselor, and I want to know if you would like to come with me. And of course I said yes. And then she was surprised I said yes. And I said, yeah, because we need to straighten this out. There's a lot of things. I wasn't a good man in the past. So let's go ahead and work this out. And so we went to see this young lady for maybe a year. And then it got to the point, the therapist said, I don't think I need to see you anymore because you guys are really working it out. The things that you kind of disagree on is kind of petty, something you can handle and amongst yourself. You don't need counseling. So we stopped going. We're very thankful for that. So life was good. This was a Christian counselor my wife found. So now, when my wife passed, I didn't know what to do. Of course, you need counseling, you need grief counseling, but I don't know anybody. I don't know anywhere. Things were expensive. I wanted to try to find something to go with my insurance. So I called this young lady. And at this point, we haven't seen her in maybe over 2 or 3 years because everything was going fine. And so I called her, told her the situation. And of course, she remembers us, and she said, oh, by all means, come right away. So we set up an appointment. So she's a grief counselor as well, which I didn't know. So I've been seeing her off and on for about, over 19 months since my wife passed. And today is the day that I can finally get in there to see her because, she's busy, and then I'm busy with my new job. And so I'm going to speak to her for an hour. Sometimes, you guys, I get in there, I can sit there and talk for 2-3 hours. And I wonder if I can do that. And of course, she said, yeah, if you want to pay for 2 hours, that's fine. But sometimes I go in here, I come out feeling really good. And sometimes I come out of here thinking, okay, but what about, all I did was talk, and she listened for an hour. I'm like, okay, I could have did that on the couch with the cats. I don't know what I'm supposed to gain out of this, but it depends on the day. But I know I do need it. And God has led me to this woman, or led my wife to this woman, which is also leading me. So that's what I'm doing today. You can see I still have some pictures of my queen here. And then down here, I got a whole bag of lemons. My in-laws have a huge lemon tree in their backyard. So lemons are coming in, and they pick them and try to give it to friends and family, but they're no longer working. They're retired, so they don't have that many people to give them out to. So they give them to me. I'll take them to work, give them to some friends or maybe some neighbors, because in California, Southern California, produce, especially lemons, is expensive. But anyway, so one thing I wanted to share as well, how God speaks to you. I didn't know my wife was going to see this therapist. But something in my heart, my spirit was telling me, Jason, you have to handle some business from your past. I didn't know what it was. Or maybe it was going to be a confrontation that I had to deal with, or something I had to deal with. Or maybe I had to sit down and talk to my wife. I didn't know, but I knew it was going to be big. And when my wife told me, she asked me to come to this therapist, I said, oh, that's what you're talking about, God. Now, it was ugly. So I had to rehash or rethink everything that I did in the beginning of our marriage up until that point. And a lot of it wasn't good. And to sit in front of your wife, or to sit in front of my wife, sitting in front of a complete stranger and explain that, the who, what, where, when, and why. Whoo, man, that was tough. But you know what? I did it. You got to own up to it. You got to eat that. Whatever comes is going to come. If my wife got up one morning and said, you know what, Jason, I don't want to do this anymore, and I'm out of here. I just had to accept it. But thank God that never happened. And so here we are. So it's 11:40. My appointment's at 12. You know me, I like to get there 30 minutes early, whatever I'm doing. So this is the building, and God willing, it's going to be a good session, and I can go about my day. But thank you guys for hearing me out. So that's one of the stories of the life of my wife and I. And we're going to see what it do. Kind of raining out here today. But thank you guys for hearing me out once again. Hope you're having a good day. God is with you. Just say a prayer and thank him for the day. Pray for your friends. Pray for your neighbors. Pray for your family. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for bringing us up to this point. Be with us today. Comfort us. Let us know you're here, and just guide us the right way. What we need to do today. What it is you want us to do today. Not our will, but your will. And I know that's hard for a lot of us, Lord, because we want to do what we want to do. We want to surrender. I say I want to surrender to you, but I find myself pulling that surrender back because I want to do my own thing. And I know that's not right, but continue working on us, Lord. Just be with us. Again, thank you all so very much for hearing my story. A lot more to say. I just got to find the right words to say, to put it out. Have a good day. Bye.